Welcome to a 20-minute video. I hope I get this right. This is the third take. The first take, I went 10 minutes in, but then I got really negative when I got to speaking about the tooth. And when I realized that, I had to stop it. I restarted again on the second take. I was 5 minutes in, and I blurted some unapproved YouTube word because I forgot something. The third one was the third one, I probably could have gone through it with it, but I was stumbling on my words so much, and I was thinking, man, that's so annoying. I'd probably be annoyed if I reviewed the video, so gotta clear out my mind and talk normally. Is because I was thinking too many things at once. That's why I started fumbling over my words. So I gotta clear my thoughts, not to have everything go on at once kind of thing. But anyways, let's get it started. Got to do this over, but it's okay. It is okay. Today was not a good day for me because I slothed it again today, meaning I did not go to work. Something did happen, and I will explain it in a bit. I hope this does make the 20-minute video. If not, I will label it as crippled 20-minute video. Let's get it started. At 7:05, the usual, I did the rice, the coffee, messaged the Facebook friends, read their messages, and unfortunately I also scrolled social media. I don't know how long, I didn't put the time. At 8 o'clock I did the prayer and meditation. The quality was okay. I think it was slightly better, especially on the being thankful and grateful, the gratitude prayer. So that was a little better than before. Unfortunately I put Jijong, which means not good in Hmong, because I was distracted with too much of the worldly woes that I caused, and I was trying to put the blame on the situation, but I shouldn't have done that. Which I also wrote something that the commenter I enjoy reading, he wrote something that was really good, and it is self-reflection, which I will touch back on that when I get to the tooth part. So I finished at 8:20. I started scrolling social media all the way to 8:30, so 10 minutes just scrolling pointlessly. And maybe I'll talk about that in a little bit. Yeah, I'll probably talk about it because we're doing a 20-minute video. 20-minute video. We got 16 minutes. So when I was scrolling, because I want to mention I scrolled more, so just in case if people are curious why I'm scrolling on social media so much. So on TikTok, I used to be on TikTok a lot, sharing kingdom messages, and I stopped because I heard the Father of Heaven stop, because the elyajvlogs is not meant for sharing kingdom messages. That's for my other channel, because this channel and the one on TikTok, they're supposed to be in sync, and it's not. Is because I didn't really obey the Father of Heaven. I kind of did what I thought was right, and as you can see, it didn't go out the way I thought it would. But anyways, about the TikTok, I should write this down. Before, there used to be a lot of good content, really educational, really informational content, and I think it was before they supposedly shut down TikTok. So there was great quality content back then, and also the entertainment, even that was really good. It was fun and there was value in them. But ever since after that TikTok ban, where it was banned for a couple days and it came back up. Wow. Now it has a majority of it from my opinion and my view, and from the things that are coming up on my feed, all brain rot stuff. All brain rot stuff. No value. Even the entertainment was no good. It was just all pranks. Very, to me, it was degrading stuff and simping stuff. Terrible. And there was a lot of shops. So I don't know what happened, but TikTok is just not for me anymore. And the reason why I'm on there scrolling, because I'm hoping there will be those informational, those educational content that'll come up again, but it's just not there. So it's actually very sad. Anyways, let's proceed. 8:30, I studied the Hmong all the way to 9:45. I stopped and scrolled social media, and then I realized at a point, probably around 10 o'clock, I had to warm up the rice. And the reason why I didn't do the rice right away is because I forgot to thaw the vegetable, which I forgot again. I said I was going to put the vegetables in so it'll thaw in here right after I do the 20-minute video yesterday. I didn't do it. So I put it in and I had to wait. And unfortunately, when I went down, the tooth was... Oh, I'm not used to looking at the camera. I mean the Cripple Beast, the A7S III, I'm not used to looking at it. So she was out. I saw her. I had one small interaction. Pretty much all I said was good morning, because she was outside ironing. I'm not sure why she puts the iron board out there and she irons out there, because she has a huge room. So I have no idea. Anyways, that small interaction, it just totally ruined my mood, and it just, man, I became a vegetable again. After that, it just, my spirit just like left me. Didn't want to do anything. Make sure I got time here, 12 minutes. And I remember the commenter I enjoy reading, he wrote something that's very good. It's good to stay busy, but I did not stay busy. I was in that woe is me mentality. And yeah, so I became a vegetable when I got back to the room. When I mean by vegetable, I just sat here and just thought about, oh, what could have I done? How the future could be. Just things like that. And I did snap out of it, I think probably about 2 or 3 p.m. And the garden, I should write this down. Oh, but before I talk about the garden, let me talk about the tooth. So yeah, the one thing I remember the commentator I enjoy reading, he talked about was self-reflection and seeing things. I should have been more detailed. I wrote down regret. I regret. And I also wrote down tooth, the way she is. Oh, I remember now what got me into that state. Because after that small interaction, when I became the vegetable, I was thinking, wow, I've done stuff that was bad to others and I regret it. And I just had like a film of what I'd done to other people, how I treated them, how she treated not just me but other people, and I saw it. I did the same thing she did, but I saw the problem that was with me and I fixed it. So But I saw myself that time when I did not fix it, how I was and how I did not want to be. And yeah, I wrote that. That's why I became the way I was. I just regret the things that I did in the past. But thing is, past is the past, and I did learn from it. I have to let it go. Let it go. So yeah, I mean, when I saw her, I also didn't want to be in that negative state. I gotta change it to a learning state to see, okay, what can I do to change my mood when I encountered the tooth. And I already made the plan. The plan was to leave the house early, which I did not do. So I do plan to not work out in the morning. Pretty much what's going to happen is make the food, make the coffee, study the Hmong, get out, forget working out. Because I think that was the problem when I work out. I do the hand grips, the curls, the twist grip, a couple of more things to beef up my wrist so I could improve my false grip, and also other exercises to put weight onto my wrist so they'll strengthen. Because when I work out, I also get distracted with social media, and I realize that takes a lot of time, and I end up leaving the house around 1 to 2 p.m. And also I'm working in the Buena Park area. That's like an hour plus drive if there's traffic. If there's no traffic, which is when I'm heading back, and it's rare, I will get back in 45 minutes. That's the ideal, but most of the time it's not ideal. It's pretty long, and dealing with terrible drivers, terrible. So yeah, that's my plan. Tomorrow, no working out, So yeah, of course I did not do this, I did not do that either. Probably write this down, do the check, prayer, just take this out. Yeah, I thought about doing the Hmong channel just to make the intro and get it started, because I already had plans to do it. Also create a new TikTok. What I plan to do is when I do the Hmong channel, to do the regular teaching and then to break it down so they become like a TikTok format, like a short form video. So I do have a plan for it. The review channel, I probably need to get that started too. Yeah. Oh, if you see my hair wet, I did take a cold shower. Did I mention the time? I probably didn't. Right now it is 1:16 in the morning, and I did take a cold shower. We got 6 minutes left. What was I talking about? Oh, my plan. Oops. Plan. Okay. So yeah, I gotta figure that stuff out. Anyways, well, we got 6 minutes. I want to talk about the garden. You know what held me sane through the tough times when I do the Uber Eats? It's not Uber Eats. It's dealing with the drivers, because it's a food delivery service company and I deliver the food, and just dealing with the drivers, I really don't like it. And what held me sane was the plants. To me, they were like pets. Cute pets. I call them my little balbes. And it's very unfortunate because the tooth, she said she would not touch an area which I was trying to grow purslane and chickweed, but she removed it all, and all it was left with was wood sorrels and dandelions and soul thistles, which is too much is not good because it needs a mixture. I need to mix it around. And when she did that, I knew, man, if I do other things, she's just gonna touch it and ruin it. So yeah, I was really sad. And if anyone has remembered my previous 20-minute videos, I said I was going to remove them, and I did today. I want to show how they looked before. Let's see. Where is the camera picture? What in the world? Oh, here it is. So here it is. If you can see it, this thing was actually 5 foot tall, and these are all dandelions. Okay, they're all dandelions. And let me zoom in. As you can see, they all seeded. Oops. So it all went to seed. The whole area was all white with the seed. And it was funny, but it was also sad in a way because I had to pull them all out. And yeah, I have a strange feeling that the dandelions, I don't think they're soul thistle. I think they're all dandelions because they had no none of them have the little spikes. I don't know, I forgot what you call those. And it was all smooth because dandelions, they're all smooth. Even though it looks like it's sharp, it's not sharp. They look intimidating, but they're not. There's no harm in them except for the aphids. Now those things are gross, and that's why I had to take the shower because of the aphids. Well, I took it early. I planned not to take a shower, but when I remember, I went out to the back and pulled all the dandelions out. I was like, man, I gotta take a shower. But anyways, about the dandelions. So as I was uprooting it, I was really sad, and I was also giving them thanks. I was like, hey, thank you for growing, because I remember, if anyone has watched my first dandelion update, would remember I'm trying to grow them, but none of it would grow. And I would see my neighbor's place, they would light up like wildfire. They're just growing all over the place. I go to the park, they're all over the place. But the park I'm in, when I planted a lot of seeds in the back, none of them were growing. But funny thing was, I think a month or even 2 months later, they started growing, and I was really happy. And then I think that's when I started videoing. The very first one, I thought it was a dandelion, but it turned out to be a false hawksbeard. So back then, my wild edible identification was really bad, really bad. But anyways, so as I was putting them out, I was also giving thanks. I was also thanking the Father of Heaven for letting them grow, because they actually made the ground soft. The ground used to be really hard and looks like nothing would grow out of it. But once the dandelions were there and I started pulling them out, the ground started becoming soft. It was like the ground was becoming alive. And we got 37 seconds. About the sad part, I felt the dandelions were, even though they knew I was taking out, they're trying to cheer me up, like, yay, woo, we're being pulled out, yay. But to me, it was sad. It was so strange. And I was also chopping them because they were so tall. I had to chop them, then pull them out. And when I was chopping out, I was like, look, timber. as if they were saying that to me. And I was like, man, this is so sad. But I could tell they were cheering me up even though I was pulling them out. Well, I made it. Anyways, all of them are in the trash can. And to me, it's so sad. And in a way, they're telling me it's alright. Because they did go to seed. And their seed is literally all over the place. But still, I wasn't able to enjoy their nutrients. Because they had huge leaves. I could have made a lot of salad. Their stems, I could chop it off. Their roots, I could tincture them. There were so many things I could have done, but I didn't. Anyways, put Dandelion. That's all I have for this video. I hope it's been enjoyable. So tomorrow, no workout. I'm just gonna make the food, say the Hmong, get out of the house, and I pray that I'll have a good news on the 20-minute video, the next one, especially for those that are joining in on the journey and supporting me. And I really appreciate it. Anyways, I don't want to drag this too long. That's all I have for this video. And I do want to say thank you to those that watched the video all the way through. If you are new and enjoy the content or want to support me, please consider helping me out with a like, a comment, a share, and if you're not subscribed, to subscribe. And to all, and to all viewers and to my returning viewers, thank you so much for your support. I have a prayer for all of us, for those that watched the video all the way through, that the Father of Heaven will protect our peace when we encounter any challenges, any obstacles, anyone or any situation that are testing us to the limits, that we may be able to handle it gracefully, handle it peacefully, and if possible, to handle it with love and positivity. And I also pray that the Father of Heaven will give us lots of love, because we need this love. And that's all I have for this video. Until the next, the Most High willing, hallelujah and Sinji Dua.